Welcome back to Mama Needs a Minute, my little crafty podcast type thing where I show off to whoever cares what I've accomplished during my free time. My husband has the boys out running errands right now, giving me a little bit of a mama morning, so I just thought I'd quickly record something. So I feel like I have a lot to show you, or at least there's a lot of a lot of stuff here around my feet. So we will just dive in. We'll do all the fun knitting stuff first. I have some progress. So here in my lovely basket, I've got the home cardigan by Kadri Knits that I'm working on for one of my grandmas. And we've got one sleeve all the way done. So one more sleeve left, and then the button band, and then attach the buttons, and it'll be ready. And this will be her Christmas gift this year. So it is in the Snefnug, the Camarose Snefnug yarn, held together with some Knitting for Olive merino. And I know the merino is the Bordeaux, and I can't remember what the purple for the Snefnug is. Hold on, I've got it here. Aubergine. So it's making this really nice purple kind of cranberry red. You guys have seen it before, so I don't need to go into too much detail, but we are getting there. The one sleeve took me about 4 days, I think, to knit during the time I was able to hang out and watch TV. I honestly watched every Scream movie that they've made over the last week and a half, 2 weeks. I've never seen them all before, and my sister loves them. She's like a horror movie buff, so I was texting her the whole time, this is the killer, right? This is the killer, because that's why I watch those kind of movies, because I want to be right and I want to guess the person. So between doing that and watching all of those while my kids napped or were somewhere else, that's what I got done. I got the sleeve done. So after I finished that sleeve, I needed a little bit of a break. For some reason, this yarn combo, it makes my hands feel peely and dry. So, but it's super soft. And it's nice to wear. It's just not my favorite to knit with. I have one project where I don't know where I've put it. Uh-oh. Is it in here? Oh, it's in here. It was in my work bag. Didn't know it was in there. This cute bag. This is by Unicat London on Etsy. She posted, it was one of her first bags that she posted when she started her Etsy store, I think. But it's got, she hand embroiders all these little designs. She's come out with a pumpkin one I really want, but I'm trying to be good and not buy myself so much stuff before Christmas, and then my birthday's in March, so maybe. Sometimes when I buy knitting stuff, I buy it and then I hand it to my husband after it comes in the mail, and I'm like, surprise, I did some Christmas shopping for you, here you go. But if it's something I can't wait for, then I just tell him, sorry. This isn't much to look at right now. It is in Knitting for Olive merino. Might even be their heavy merino. Sorry, I don't have a ball of it out. It's a brown color. I will be more prepared with this project. Hopefully next time we can go into more detail. This is going to be a surprise Christmas project maybe for my boys. I really want to knit an old-fashioned teddy bear, so I found this pattern on Ravelry. And my plan is I'm gonna knit the teddy bear. And we got, when we were married, this little to the Palmer family from Santa kind of delivery sack, and my kids love mail, so that was perfect. And I want to put the bear in it with a postcard or a note saying it's from Mrs. Claus, because I know Santa makes all the toys and that's totally fine, but to me knitting is more of what Mrs. Claus would do, and I think it's so cute. She knits them a bear, and then maybe each year will send like a knitted accessory to go with the bear. Like I could do a sweater, maybe booties and a hat or something, and kind of like the elf on the shelf, where maybe it will incentivize them to behave. But they're 4. They're not 3 anymore. They're 4 and almost 3. So really, how much more are they going to behave just because a bear's sitting on a shelf? But it would make my little mama heart happy. So there's that project. And I love knitting for olive yarn. It's great. Highly recommend. Sorry, we're going to move my work bag over here. I try to have like something small I can take to work. I don't get a ton of knitting time now working in the NICU versus like when I worked labor and delivery and you're kind of like sitting waiting for a baby. But I haven't had to go to work in like a month. So there just has been no babies in our NICU. So they don't need me because I'm a PRN nurse. So that hasn't gotten a lot of progress. Because when I'm home, I tend to focus on the projects that are bigger and I can only do at home. Then, guys, I did progress on the Moonset Tee by Ozetta. So the back yoke is totally done. We've got the resting stitches, and then I started, because this is like the V-neck shape, on the left band, so not a ton there, but once again I have found joy in this project, and mainly it is because the yarn is just so soft compared to anything else I'm knitting. So this is the yarn from my friend Johanna in Norway that she sent me, and honestly it's just delicious. Doesn't even describe it, but it's that JH design. I want to say it's JH, maybe it's not, but it is this fall yarn and it's color 704. But we've made progress. Maybe next summer I will have my first knitted object. I kind of finished the yoke and then I got like really gung-ho, started the band. Haven't done much on it because I'm in an exciting part in my Ingrid sweater. Like, okay, exciting is kind of weird to say, but you're almost to another endpoint in a project, so you just want to get to that endpoint before you get on another endpoint for another one. But anyway, the one I have not really touched is the Holger shirt by Petite Knit for one of my boys. I'm still just working on the back yoke. This was supposed to be a make-along, and I joined it, and that was about as far as I got. I think I posted one cast-on picture, or maybe I didn't even get that far. Maybe I just joined the group in Ravelry, and I was like, and we're done. But I'm making this 7 to 8-year-old size, because I think that's the biggest size I could do with the yarn I bought for it from Flock. So I've got some time, not a lot. My boys wear between 5 and 6 T clothes right now, and I knit tight, so it'll probably be a little bit smaller. So I probably really should prioritize this a tad bit more than I have. But the yarn is that fiber hustle yarn, and then the blue is Crater Lake, and then the white is just some knitting for Olive Merino Snowflake. And my hand just gets tired of doing back and forth. Like in the round, it's not so bad, but back and forth with thinner yarn for me just really hurts my hands. And I've been having some wrist problems, so I just have not been doing it as much. Between that and the Moonset Tee, it's just too much fine yarn for me on the occasion. So that is those two. At least there's progress on one of them that's in this bag, you know? And then the last knitting thing I have to show you, sorry, it's in my big bag, is my Ingrid sweater by Petite Knit in Rama Viville yarn with some tin silk mohair, and the colors are just numbers. So sorry, I put it on the cord for my light and phone holder and just about knocked it over. So we are almost done with the body. Look at that. So I'm doing a size medium, but this, I did not gauge swatch for this because this was before I really agreed that gauge swatching was important, which now I think it is. But I'm following Scandy Stitch's notes. She did it in this yarn combo, which makes a thicker yarn than what it's called for. So it's coming out, I think she said hers was between a large and an extra large size after she blocked it when she knit the medium, and that's what I wanted. It's her pictures just make it look like the perfect oversized white winter sweater, which I shop for every year. I do. I want like my white Christmas sweater. I want my Hallmark sweater. So this so far has been my dream Hallmark sweater. I also have been seeing a lot of, I think it's like the Moby sweater and the Storm sweater, and I really like those too. So maybe I will just have a collection of white Hallmarky Christmas sweaters, because, you know, in every Hallmark movie, there's a scene where the girl is in like dark jeans and a white sweater and they just look so great. But I have to show you one more time because I'm just so proud. Like, look at all the texture. So I finished the mock cables. Now I just have for like the knit 2 purl 2 section, I've got to do 8 more rows here. I do 1 more lace work section, and then there's some more rows to finish out the length, and then the body's done. And I'm trying to tell myself when I'm done with the body, then I need to do the other sleeve on my grandma's cardigan, so that actually has a chance of getting done for Christmas. So this has been my main crafty focus right now because it is a very addictive thing. The charts, like, I'm a list person just to cross it off the list, and so doing a color work chart and just highlighting like what row I've done, it is so addictive, and it's all I want to do because I want to me then you can see your progress in the sweater and on your chart, so it's really fun and I get addicted to that. But yeah, maybe next time I'll have the body and then some done, as long as I can get that other sleeve and my other projects finished, because I have some non-knitting projects that they have timelines. I don't really have acquisitions that are worth like showing. I did come across this gal on Facebook Marketplace, and I think she gets her yarn from like Japan or China because they all have the Japanese writing on them. And then she sells them here in the US. She does her own little store. She's in like Montana or something. I don't know, maybe Minneapolis, one of the M states. And I got a couple cones from her that I just could not pass up. Like, they were like 500 to 900 gram cones, and she was selling them for like $50. So I have a lot of cones, but they are put up in a box that's kind of heavy for me to get down, so I'm not going to show them. But there's like a black and a gray, and like some were cashmere silk, some were like merino and yak, all mixed together. But I mean, with 900 grams and all of them are pretty much like a fingering or lace weight, like you can make quite a bit with that. So I'm excited for that. I have a couple of ideas for gifts that I want to do there. Other ideas and plans, really it's finished what I have going that needs like the timelines to be finished. Because yeah, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 projects knitting wise going on, and I really need to get through those, but we'll see. I am so bad. When I have a moment, I am on my phone looking at Ravelry and I'm finding all these patterns, and right now I really want to make hats, and I've never made a hat. So we'll see where that goes. I'm trying to stay focused. Like today my husband's like, why don't you go to your knitting store? I really love handwork in Salt Lake. We're doing actually a movie night, stitch night, what does she call it? Like a movie and makers thing she does. Every couple months she'll rent out the Brewery's Pub in Salt Lake. So it's like a bar, but there's also a movie theater in it. It's pretty cool. Highly recommend. They also do good food there. I don't drink, so I don't get their alcohol, so I have no idea. But their Coke was nice. and their french fries were delicious. So I got tickets for a friend, my sister, my sister-in-law, and my mom. We're all gonna go and do some craft work there. But that's my favorite yarn store, and he was like, well, why don't you just go there? And I was like, I'm trying to be really good and not spend more money on projects and get projects done. We'll see. I have till about 4 o'clock today, and it's only like 11 something, so we'll see. And the reason why there's 4, because then my mother-in-law's coming down for dinner, but he told me I could just have the day till that happens. He's so nice. Okay, let's move on. So I don't just knit. Me and my mom, and now my sister-in-law, we like to get together and sew. And we did a quilt class at like the start of the year. Was it last year? No, it was the start of this year. My mom gave it to us for a Christmas gift. And I am working on putting the binding on, but I figured it was time you guys see it. So we took this class at the Quilters Lodge. Let me move the camera back 1 second. Going for a ride. Don't mind my closet and all the crap in my room. Okay. Here she be. So I go crazy with quilts. I like seeing how crazy of color combinations I can go. And this one has got kind of like that 70s vibe. There's a lot of different blocks. So you do 6 different blocks, maybe 7, and then you just pair them all together. So all I have left to do is the binding, and then she's done. Here's the back of it. And you can kind of see it on the back. I do not do the long arm quilting part. We drop it off there at Quilters Lodge in Draper, and they do that. So I did it in like kind of an orange and its flowers, but I'm so excited. And this blanket will be for me. So there is that. So I've kind of been working on that. I've told myself at least I do like a long string of yarn. Sorry, you can't really see me. One sec. We'll talk in a minute. Let's get back over here. Woo! Okay. So for that, I just pull out however long I feel I can do without getting it a total knotted mess of the thread. And I tell myself, okay, you have to do this, and this is your project until at least this amount of thread is done. So I'm getting that done. We've also got another quilt we're working on that will be like a Valentine's quilt, and I'm making that the size to go on my bed for a bedspread. So that's just downstairs cut in pieces. Not really much to show there. But other sewing projects, I'm making all 3 of my boys Halloween costumes, and my oldest wanted to be a bat. And I can't really show this. The ears are so floppy, okay? The ears did not quite go how I planned, but he likes them big and plushy. I told him, should mommy cut them off and make small ones? And he said no. So he's just gonna be a very floppy-eared bat, and honestly, he does not wear hats or hoods for very long. So this will probably just be hanging off his back. But all I did was took a black hoodie, and then I got this black kind of cotton felt material from my favorite, like if you just need random pieces or you just want something fun. Her name is Natalie, and she runs Making Spaces, which is now in Provo. And it's like a thrift craft store. So people donate craft projects they don't use. And she sells all of her fabric, no matter what it is, for $4 a yard. And I got this black one. Like, it was huge. I think there's like 3 yards in it. But my son wanted to be a bat. And then my sister also wants to be a bat to match him. So I will have plenty to do her little wing thing. And then I just hand stitched the lines. And he wanted orange. So he wanted to be a black and orange bat. And then he'll just wear black jeans with it, or black sweats. And we've talked him into, at first he wanted like the face stitched on the belly, but now he's convinced he will just have like a little bat nose and maybe like teeth or something. Or I think my husband said like, we'll get you vampire teeth, and he was all for that. So there's that costume. And his is like, I'm calling that one done because all I have to do is buy pants. So it's pretty much done. And then this, the other twin wants to be a cop like his grandpa and like his uncle. So my dad secured me a little adult sized dress shirt like they wear, and I made it toddler sized. Sorry, I'm covering up the patches because I don't know if we want to show those. But what I did for the sleeve was I tried it on him, and then I cut off the sleeve to where it didn't fit, and I saved the dress shirt where you around their wrist, the cuff. Sorry, this is a stiff button. It will not, I want to show you what I did. It will not come undone. So I really just cut it. I wasn't even that careful. And then I took the sleeve part before attaching the cuff, just made a tube, ran some elastic through it, made it tight enough. So then that was just sewn down with elastic, and then I turned it right sides together and sewed the cuff on. And then on the outside, like, you can't even really tell. So, and it fits his little wrist perfect. And then for the length, I really just kind of cut it to him, and it was super simple. Just folded it up. I ended up giving it about like an inch or so hem, and literally I just folded it up and hemmed it. And I made sure to cut it to where I didn't ruin the shirt's zipper because it had a zipper that went down so far, and I've left that. So his is pretty much done. I just have to get him matching pants to go with it. And then my dad is being nice enough to make him a little, you know, like the cop utility belt. He's got a plan for that. So he'll be super excited. I honestly think he picked cop because grandpa is his favorite person, and it comes with the opportunity to use a flashlight, which for him is, he loves flashlights. So he's super thrilled. Then my baby boy, his favorite toy is a raccoon that we have called Buddy since he was born, because the twins, we always said, oh, you were born with your buddy, like, you know, you guys are best friends. And then he was born by himself, so we had to give him a buddy, and he has been super attached to it. My other boys have stuffed animals that are their favorites, but Buddy is, I joke, my fourth kid. Like, he's been in a few family photos. So, and when he gets tired of carrying him around, I will put him in a glass case because I love Buddy. So he's going to be a raccoon, like Buddy. And this is his tail I've made. It's a little long. I think I may have to cut off that much just because he's not a very big boy, and it's so big. Same kind of story here, making it. I just made a tube with some of that cotton felt I got from Making Space, and then I ordered this faux fur, like I did half yard cuts off of Amazon, and they were like $9 each. And then I just cut black, like I ordered a black and a gray, and I just cut strips and sewed them. And yes, it looks mangy, but if you've seen Buddy, you know Buddy is a mangy raccoon. And then the plan is to stuff it. I need kind of some help twisting some coat hangers to how I want them to be. And then we'll have the coat hanger so it kind of comes out and curls. And then if I end up cutting off some of this, I'm going to use it to make little ears, because he too is just going to wear like how I did Ezra's. It's just going to be a hoodie. Like, oh, it's right here. Pardon me. So I'm just doing this gray hoodie, and then I'll put raccoon ears at the top. I might add like a little belly circle here. And then we'll get him some gray sweatpants to go with it. And then for the tail, I don't want to like pin it because I feel like that's a lot of weight to put on a safety pin. And I'm kind of worried like if they come undone, they'll poke him and then he won't wear it. So I'm thinking I'm actually going to make like, take some elastic and just go around his waist And then we could just literally slide the elastic up and down when we have to take him in and out of the car seat, because for Halloween we actually do a lot of visiting. All my grandparents live pretty close and they like to see what they are for Halloween, so we do that, and then we go see some family friends. And my sister's favorite holiday is Halloween, so we usually go and see her. But I'm really excited. I did not think I would be able to get all 3 of their Halloween costumes done. And we're pretty dang close. The only thing left to do really for Halloween that I really wanted to do was sew them each these quilted pumpkin trick-or-treat boxes. I've only gotten to the point of cutting out that fabric, and then I have lost my fabric scissors, and the ones I have are tearing the fabric apart when I cut it. So I've ordered new fabric scissors from Amazon. Hopefully they'll get here today or tomorrow and I can work on that. But that is where we're at. Guys, there's progress. So I have a lot of hopes and dreams for my knitting. Probably more next year. I just need to quit buying things, which, if you know me, it's not going to happen, but I can dream that I can stop buying. And we'll see. But anyway, it's getting colder here. I got to wear my Annie sweater out for the first time in public. It survived, and I was a little self-conscious wearing it, actually. It's very bright colors, and it's kind of like a, ooh, look at me sweater, and I am not very much, unless you're my family, don't look at me. Like, I am not a, woo, look at me kind of person. So it was, I kept looking to Jody like, I'm okay, right? Like, I don't look like the crazy cat lady. I don't know what happened to my hair there. Like the crazy cat lady who's just like wound herself up this crazy sweater. And so now I just need to wear it with confidence. But I was really happy that I could actually like wear it out and the wool wasn't like driving me nuts. So I'm still trying to find like what combos fit best when I'm actually wearing them and not just to my hands. I think that's it. Kind of a shorter one, but that's kind of nice sometimes. I want to take advantage of an empty house, maybe watch a show or something and knock out a few more rows on the body of that Ingrid sweater. But hopefully you're all staying warm and we're getting excited. The big holidays are coming up. So Halloween and then Thanksgiving and Christmas. So everything cozy is on its way. And I just love it. Christmas is my favorite time. So maybe when I get my house decorated, I can take you all on a tour. Halloween, I don't have very many decorations. So, but anyway, thanks for watching if you've made it this far. And we'll see. Oh, I am doing another make-along. Because, you know, the first one's going so well. Lovely Day Knits. She is a podcast here on YouTube. She's from Australia. She is hosting a Kuda Vakika make-along. And I am going to do either the Late Checkout Sweater or the Basically Perfect Sweater by Kuda Vakika. She's on Ravelry, Instagram. She does really nice patterns. And I ordered yarn that I saw at Flock that I loved. I think I went back to the booth like 2 or 3 times to talk myself out of not buying what they had there and ordering the rest and just being like, just get some stuff done, then order it. But I love Lovely Day Knits podcast. I wanted to be a part of the group. And I'm not going to be able to finish it. I know that. But she's running the make-along from November 1st to the end of December. And so I ordered their Camilla Fiber Co. that yarn, and it is the perfect like Cinderella blue. It has been stuck in my head since Flock. I didn't buy any at Flock because they did not have the quantity I needed, and I actually had those 2 sweaters in mind when I was looking at it. And I'll have to post a picture of the yarn so you guys can see, or maybe I'll just wait till it comes, because I emailed them because even on their website you couldn't order the quantity I needed because they just didn't have it. And so I emailed them like, hey, are you planning on dyeing more, or is this like color going out? And they're like, oh yeah, we're actually gonna dye more in like 2 weeks, so how many do you need? So I've ordered that. I'm excited for it to come in. Hopefully it will be here before November. And we'll see how that make-along goes. And then in November, I'm gonna FaceTime my friend Johanna, and we will cast on our matching flock cardigans, the Calm Down cardigan. So I'm excited for that because that is a bright red. And I am not, besides the Holger shirt, I don't have anything very bright going on. So that'll be a nice change, I think, when everything kind of turns dark and gray for the winter. But yeah, okay, really now, I'll log off. But thanks, guys. Hope you stay warm and cozy. Bye.